All right, back again. Um, let's talk about a little bit about a market analysis, okay, and how to write this up. All right, a market analysis can be it can be 100 pages long. It can be real detailed with an amazing amount of information. Most of it's historical, looking at how the company got in the market position they're in. It can also be um, a collection of data that comes together that says this is probably what the future is going to look like based on the past. Um, but for purposes in our course here, what I want to do is look at how we can write up a general market analysis for a business case. Okay? So here's how it's going to go. What we want to do is look at Under Armour's history a little bit and take a good look at the last 10 years, how they've come into the market, through the different segments that they sell in, whether it's clothing, performance clothing, shoes. We want to look at who their competitors are. Obviously, we're looking at Nike, Adidas, right, as our top two. Um, we're going to try and understand where Under Armour is in the marketplace. So in the U.S., they're a really strong player. In Asia, they're not quite as strong, and in Europe, they're not quite as strong. There's a couple reasons for that. They've recently signed a unique contract. I'll let you figure out what that's about, but it has something to do with balls and bats. That could help them significantly, but it doesn't come into play yet till some year in the future, which you can write about. But essentially, what we're trying to do is we're trying to determine really what the market structure is here. So you're going to do a Porter's analysis. Use the example I gave you. Watch his video so you understand what Porter's about. You're going to look at and you're going to examine what market growth has taken place in this market, which there's a lot of data out there. If you Google, you know, sportwear, shoes, athletic wear, market space, PPT, PDF, you will get people's market analysis for this market, and you can see how uh, they've done that. You will also see a couple different sites that'll give you the size of the market, how much it's grown, how much it hasn't grown. Just got to dig a little bit. Half an hour of research, you'll have all of it. It's so prevalent out there. All right, so we want to know, has it been growing? Where's it been growing? What segments? Clothing, equipment, shoes, what? This is important. If I want to buy Under Armour, I need to know what is happening in their market from the top to the bottom, from the lids to the shoes. Okay? So I need that information. Do I need it financially in this point? No. I just need to know if it's growing. Charts and different things that you're going to use to describe this market, they're out there, they're available. I said during these exercises you can borrow them. Make sure you cite them. You'll see. Okay? So let me know what the economic impacts of this particular market is or are. Obviously, the economy does play a role, right? So we want to be able to talk about that a little bit. Anyway, social economic, not so much. Um, Exchange rates, not so much. Okay? But I'm sure that the economy has impacted it to some degree. Maybe you can talk about that a little bit. All right. So, where is Under Armour in their market? Okay. As you develop a SWOT analysis for Under Armour, you're going to understand better why they're where they're at in their market. But it's probably smart to do an equivalent SWOT analysis to Adidas, Nike, okay, maybe Puma or some other brand, so that you can analyze where the opportunities and the threats really are for Under Armour. So if you don't do a SWOT for the other guys, even a little bit, then this is going to be incomplete. Okay? So the other thing we want to do is we want to be able to link all of this together somehow in that narrative so that the reader understands, hey, this is Under Armour. This is the market they play in. Here's how strong it is or how weak it is, and here's the reasons why. Don't just tell me, but here's what they've done in terms of the market. Here's what the competitors have done. Here's where they played. Here's why Nike probably is better in the US and even Europe. Here's why Adidas and Puma are better in Europe and maybe China or Asia. Okay? Based on the SWOT analysis, here are maybe some opportunities and threats. Okay? Use charts, figures, tables to communicate, but put all those at the end. Don't mix them into your verbiage. Don't ever do that unless you're working for a marketing company and that's just how they do it. But in general business, put them at the end. All right? Okay, so this is a size 12 font Times New Roman document, double spaced. We're not doing the executive summary yet. This feeds into the executive summary. Okay? I hope that helps and gets you there. There's an example that I put together for you. It's in your week 5 portfolio. Okay? It's out there. All right. Have a good weekend.